Here we go, everybody. We have a MotoStars video. Let's take a look. We're going through the canyons, having some fun, going a little bit wide. Hopefully, found the escape.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we are good. So what we're going to be doing is going over crashes and close call. We just saw a close call, almost a crash, going a little wide in the corners. We're going to be using the Smart Rider principles as the basis of what we're doing here. So he doesn't have any gear, so acquire and use personal protective equipment head to toe, okay? I get it, at-gat, everyone makes fun of it, but trust me, it's going to help mitigate some accidents, even if you didn't, you didn't want to do it, right? DE30, welcome to the crew. So we're coming up to here, going too fast in the corner. So when we talk about crashes and close calls, they did like the hurt study and a bunch of other stuff, right? You don't really need to know that, but basically what it came down to is failure to negotiate a corner and intersections. So it's typically a left turner, right? And with the intersections and stuff is that we crashed into something. So they turn in front of us, we T-bone. Okay, it's not typically somebody comes and hits us. We hit them. And then also failure to negotiate corners. So that tells me that in corners specifically, we're probably going too fast because we're failing to negotiate it. So we're going too fast and we go wide and we go off the road, right? Or we had to layer down. We're going too fast. We panic. We start going across the double yellow. We slam the front brake and we lock up the front tire and dump the bike. When it comes to intersections, it's like we're going into the intersection, not really prepared for it. Somebody turns left, we crash into them. So then the skill set of progressive braking and a few other things. So I developed the system of the plan method, okay? Position, locate, assess, and navigate. So position for safety first, we need to go into corners and intersections at a speed that we can navigate them, okay? So going through an intersection, let's cover the brakes, do a few other things. Locating hazardous situations, hey, intersections, corners are hazardous situations because we know from the study or whatever it is, or at least you understand from me because I'm telling you. Also, other hazardous situations we're going to notice probably in this video is open lane pattern, side of the vehicle pattern, a few other things. Those are just patterns to help you understand, hey, this could be hazardous. We don't know yet, and that's why we assess if it is a relevant threat. So if they do pull out a little bit, it scares you a little bit, and then they stop, it's not a threat anymore. You just kind of go straight or whatever it is that you're going to do. And then navigating active threats. We're going to front load this first video, is that you now have to navigate the active one. And if you're the active threat going too fast in the corner, like in this video, or if somebody pulls out in front of you, that's an active threat. You have three things that you can do: emergency brake, emergency swerve, emergency accelerate. So in this situation, we're going pretty fast, we're going wide. So I would treat it as an emergency swerve to get back into my lane. And a swerve is just turning. Emergency acceleration is just throttle. Emergency braking is just braking. Now, the emergency aspect of it is that you have to do it quickly. So we're going to do quick progressive braking, a quick turn, a quick acceleration. So you need to get good at that, and there's ways to practice that. We'll talk about that later. Or you can watch and read
Hey, we're good.
the Smart Rider motorcycle training system, because everything we're talking about in here is this. So he went too fast in the corner.
Took that too fast.
Took it too fast. Now, just apply this. We're going to go over it. Apply this. Are we in a good position for safety? We don't have good line of sight, good space cushions. We kind of have an escape route in front of us. Is this a hazardous situation to you? What's your gut say? Does it feel like it a little bit? Yeah, okay. Okay, you can manage hazardous situations, but you can also remove yourself from the situation. Any relevant threats? They're kind of relevant. There are no active threats, though. Not yet. Because nobody's stopping in front of you, turning in front of you, trying to hit you or anything like that. We're just kind of here in this image. So no active, but these are all relevant. Okay? Let's take a look. Oh, so now we have an active threat. So let's go back right here. So relevant threats, yes. So then this person slowing down in front of us becomes an active threat. We now need to apply braking. Makes sense. We could also swerve. If you want to emergency accelerate out, maybe not the best choice, but you have three tools, and braking would be right here. And it's an active threat because it's right in front of you. The accident in front of you is a straight line. If you kept going, didn't do nothing, you're going to run into them. So you had to do something. That's the navigation of an active threat. And the goal is to put ourselves into a new position for safety. So we're navigating it. New position for safety. We got through. Now we're going to start locating new situations, new threats, new things. And if somebody does crash, part of the system is learning how to rescue somebody after a crash. So this card right here you get, there's a digital version. If you get the printed one, if you get the one with the cones, because 10 cones is all you need for the Smart Rider motorcycle training drills, you get a physical card you can put in your wallet in case you forget when you're on scene. You're like, oh crap, what do I do? Remain calm, ensure on safety, and I have videos of that on Motorcycle Training Concepts YouTube channel. So going too fast, there's the impact, and this is why as smart riders we acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case something happens. So there's somebody else that crashed.
Oh my God,
his leg is wrapped up, so let's go ahead and remain calm. Let's go ahead and get his leg out of there. It's probably burning just a little bit. Don't touch the exhaust, but you do what you need to do. His exhaust is hot. This is why we wear gear. No more threats involved. We're gonna double check him for any major bleeds, and we're moving on. So right here, let's take a look. We could wear a jacket, but he's got some gauntlet gloves. We're gonna do a wheelie, so high risk. So he's putting himself in a hazardous situation. We have a turn coming up right here. Let's make the turn. We didn't, we low-sided. Now we have injuries to our body and road rash. So that right there. Now, where do you have motorcycle abrasion resistance, or I'm sorry, road abrasion resistance and armor? It's in a jacket, right? So the armor is on the shoulder, and where he's looking at right here is where you have abrasion resistance in motorcycle gear. And then you also have armor on the elbows. So when he impacted right there on the right side, so as soon as you fall down on that right side, your shoulder hits, your elbow hits, and abrasions start happening here. And this is where you have all that abrasion resistance. So let your gear get torn up, not your skin. And there's the impact falling forward, so his helmet. So that's why it's important to wear gear and be a smart rider.
That was dumb, wasn't it?
It was. I was just thinking.
So there's the abrasion resistance on the gear. And it ripped up the gear, but you don't see any skin. There you go. His foot looks a little weird. So pay attention, everybody.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm so sorry.
It'll be okay.
All right. Same thing. Oh, he tried. Oh, we got another view. We're on a small little world here. Oh, yeah. Let's go back to this one. So when we see this image, and we go through the plan method. This is a hazardous situation. There is a relevant threat in front of us, which means that, if it's right in front of us, it's an active threat. So I have to do one of those three things, right? Well, when it comes to an escape path, where can we go? Just like what the rider did. Hey, there's a gap right here. I'm going to go there. This guy tries to swerve. This guy is too close, doesn't see what's really happening, doesn't have enough time, and does lock up the front tire. He actually creates a stop. He falls over. Now we have high injuries to him, possibly. And this is why we wear full gear. But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the plan method. When it comes to position for safety, you want to have a good space cushion in front of you. You want to have good line of sight, and you want to have one escape path. This person did not have a good space cushion, did not have a line of sight, couldn't see anything past this guy really, and was able to he reacted slower than the guy in front of him because he couldn't see, and his escape, he didn't have one. He didn't know where he was going. So this is why you should plan your ride and focus on the behavior. So there was the impact. So the bike probably hit the rider on the ground, and then we went up and over, and the bike looks like it went on top of us. So if you don't know what this part is right here, that is a cattle guard. It's kind of an interesting one. These bars usually go all the way across. So if you're going to go over a cattle guard that has the bars all the way across, try to go over it as straight as possible. This one, be careful when it's raining because that metal part is really slick. So we're getting through here. There's another one. Sharp left turn coming up ahead. Oh, panicked a little bit. So we're in the middle of a turn. These cattle guards are in the middle of a turn. We're going 74 miles per hour. You even said it right here. Slow it down. Slow it down. You're going to have a turn obviously coming up when you have these weird cattle guards that are going to mess up your traction a little bit when you're trying to make that turn, and we're going really fast. So when it comes to navigating an active threat, we sometimes are the active threat. Our speed is the active threat. So there is no other cars in the road, right? We talked about those two things, right? Failure to negotiate a corner and striking another vehicle, typically an intersection, right? So if speed's the problem, we have control of the speed. If we have control of the speed and speed is the problem, too high of a speed is the problem, then we are the problem. So that's great. We're the problem. We're the problem. So if we're the problem and we have control of us, we have control of the problem, which means that we can solve the problem by slowing it down in the corner. It's easier to negotiate a corner slower than faster. It's just, it is what it is. You can always add more speed, but have fun trying to reduce your speed in the middle of a corner. Okay, so somebody did that. Not very nice. We're going to hopefully pay attention, and not much you can do there. That's why we're all gear. Intersection. Cross intersection coming up. If we know intersections and corners are dangerous, we see a sign that says intersection coming up. Let's take a look and let's pay attention. Maybe a car might want to come out. We don't know. And if it doesn't, great. But every intersection I treat that way.
Danger can come from anywhere, and in this case, a completely drunk driver pulled out directly in front of the riders.
So drunk or not, a car pulls out.
Jesus Christ, thanks for...
Drunk or not, a car, at the end of the day, the objective reality is a car ran a stop sign at an intersection we knew was coming up, and I don't trust other people on the road. So I can assume that a car will not stop. What would I do if a car didn't stop? If I knew going into an intersection a car was not going to stop and I'm possibly going to T-bone them, or they're going to T-bone me, I need to have a plan in place, right? I need to have a plan in place. And so if I'm going into an intersection, I have the option of emergency acceleration, emergency swerve, emergency braking. Is it easier to accelerate fast, brake quicker, and swerve at a high speed or a low speed? And when I say low, let's say it's 40 miles an hour on this road. Let's say I go 35 into the intersection, and then I go back up to 40, 45 after the intersection. So if I go down to 35, it's easier to go to swerve, accelerate, brake at 35 than it is 40, 45. So that's what I'm doing entering the intersection. I'm slowing it down just a little bit. I'm rolling off the throttle, just kind of coasting, and the speed's just going to go down a little bit. Engine braking, basically. And I'm covering the front brakes, and I'm looking. I can swerve left or right. I can emergency accelerate, or I can brake. And now I'm looking left and right during the intersection, because I already saw that nothing's in front of me. Looking left and right. Anybody coming? No? Okay, back up to speed. Anybody coming? Yes? Emergency braking. Emergency progressive braking. That's where your skill comes in, but you need to be able to be proactive entering intersections. Be proactive entering corners. Okay?
Thanks for...
So good job on this rider.
Jesus
Applying the
Christ,
brakes.
thanks
Doing a good job with the brakes, but take a look. Look how far we went. And they do this at the MSF in one of the exercises, I think on the second day, to start the second day, is that they'll apply the brakes and show you how far in the intersection they go. And we're not speeding. We're not doing anything crazy. We're doing the speed limit, and he did really good braking. Look how far he ended up
Jesus
at the
Christ,
intersection.
thanks for...
That's exactly right where we're at is exactly where the car's path of travel was. So as prepared as you are, that's when he started applying the brakes.
Jesus Christ, thanks for...
This is where we ended. So imagine if that car went through the intersection and slammed the brakes and stopped here, we would have hit them. So then we could do a different navigation of active threat. When we see that the car, let's just pretend the car, they slammed the brakes. Let's just say they slammed the brakes and they ended up right here, right? And we just kept going. Boom. So braking might not be the best thing we can do. It's going to help out. So right here, this was in this situation, it was good. But if we're trying to apply the brakes and they stop right there because they recognize, oh, I ran a red light and we aren't going to be able to stop in time before hitting them, we can start applying the brakes. Oh, they stopped. Switch it up to a swerve to go around. So you can do multiple things. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. But look how far he landed.
Thanks for.
It was a great reaction. It was good. It was good. He's got full gear.
Holy.
And now it's time to rest. Oh, never mind. They're leaving. You can rescue if you wanted to. Practice your rescue skills. He's probably checking his pants. All right. All right. We're the active threat going in and out of traffic. We're going 80 something miles an hour. And everyone that's on the motorcycles are the active threats to everyone else on the road. So when we see stuff like this, and we want to do the plan method, we want to ride safely, no other cars were causing the problems. We, as the riders, were causing the problems. So we, as the riders, are active threats to ourselves and others. So if we want to solve that problem, let's not do this. Simple as that. I don't know if that's copyright music, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, and it's time to rescue. Let's go ahead and rescue. Just a small reminder how important proper riding gear is. Yep. Failure to negotiate a corner, not wearing any gear, up and over, high speed. All these rocks really hurt and will break things on you, just like they broke a bunch of stuff on the motorcycle. So how did we get to here? It's a nice sweeping turn up ahead, but we started going wide the moment the turn happened. Now, it's an easy sweeping turn. It looks like it's a highway, and highways, when they have turns, they're designed to be sweeping based on the speed. Intersections are typically meant for you to slow down and get to like 15 miles an hour and make the turn. Sharp turns are typically recommended slower speeds. They even say it on the signs and everything. And if it was like a speed limit that was like 65 plus, it wouldn't be a sharp turn. It would be a very sweeping turn, or it'd be a sharp turn and it would say recommended take this at 35, even though it's 65. Just a little heads up on that. But here, we just straight up went wide on a sweeping turn. Why is that? It's because we were going incredibly fast and we started going wide on the turn because we can't turn with our skill here at that speed. Now, some people can, but this person couldn't. And we went wide. And that's what happens. So we were the active threat in this situation. All right. What you gonna do, lady? Lane. See. Oh. That was it. So one thing I want to point out here. Let's take a look. Let's look at the scenario. We are lane splitting. So lane splitting has its own hazards. You can't really swerve left and right because you're going to run into a vehicle. You can really only mercy accelerate and mercy brake. But here's the thing that pops up a lot. Okay, let's ignore the white car for now. Big open spot. You're going to see a bunch of these big open spots, lane splitting. If you're in California or anywhere else in the world, the rest of the United States, we don't allow it. We only allow lane filtering. But in California, lane splitting is probably where it's at. You're going to see big open spots. Now, if somebody might want to take the spot, somebody might not want to. But if you're going to be lane splitting and you see a big open spot like that, assume somebody would. And so when you get closer and closer to these big open spots, this is what you're looking for, right? You're also looking for anybody, coming over the line, all other stuff. But if you see a big open spot, that's an opportunity for someone to cross the line. I'm not waiting to see somebody cross the line. I'm looking for these spots. And if I see a spot like this, I'm going to slow it down and be hyper aware of, is there an opportunity for somebody? So if I see this big open spot and I see this white car, it's like, oh, there's an opportunity. I'm going to be cautious. Now, when you get into this scenario, You have to be really quick. Like I said, you really only have emergency acceleration and emergency braking. If you're going fast, emergency braking is not going to, you don't have enough time. You're not going to want to emergency accelerate like straight. So what you're going to have to do is not adjust your speed in some of these situations. In this one specifically, not adjust your speed, but actually take the gap further. Try to keep away. You're playing keep away. So you see how like now it's getting really difficult and kind of dangerous to lane split? Now it's up to you if you want to do it. Just understand these are the risks. And you have to have these really quick skills to do it. So when it comes to lane splitting, you're like, I really want a lane split. I want a lane filter, but I'm just not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. Then don't do it. Just don't do it. We didn't swerve. And then she's off the bike. Not good. All right, here we go. That was an open lane pattern. So I'm not too concerned about the car that hit the cones. So the car is the car. He did his own problem. But right here, what does that look like? Those of you that are in the chat, those of you that have been a part of the live streams for a very long time, grab your slice of pizza. What does that look like? We talk about the plan method, locating hazardous situations. We're in and out of traffic right now, so what we're doing is whatever, but what does this look like? That's an open lane pattern. That's an open lane pattern. So this is finally we get an opportunity to see what an open lane pattern is. Big, long stack of cars in a big open lane. It's like, but Dan, isn't that just called merging? Yes, you're right. It's called merging. You wouldn't merge with a car side by side with you, would you? Unless you have a big tank and they have a tiny little scooter, which typically happens. They're merging into the open spot. And so when I call it the open lane pattern, you're recognizing a pattern for an opportunity for merging into an open spot for them to go. Not a big deal, right? It's, neither good or bad that it's an open lane pattern. It's only bad if we're in that spot and they don't see us and they merge into us. Now, what did we do as a motorcycle rider also? We did it. We don't like this big, long line of cars. We see a gap, an opportunity, and we decided to go into the open spot. So it's not car drivers. It's just drivers. It's you as a person driving the motorcycle. It's this person driving the car. It's a natural road behavior. So if we want to know the threat out there, thank you, Horvath. If we want to know the threat that's out there for us on the road, we need to understand driver behavior. Okay? So we did the same thing. They did the same thing. Random car off to the right. Oh, crap. But I need to swerve right because this car did this. So I'm going to find the escape as best I can. So at this point, he sees there's nothing to the right. We have a car maybe in his peripheral vision. We see this in our focal vision. We're like, oh, crap. We have to go for the escape. And at this point, we're swerving. We might have to swerve and then accelerate. Because applying the brakes, we're going to get hit by this car over here on the right. If we apply the brakes, we're going to get hit by the car behind us. We have to now be aggressive and swerve and find that tiny little spot. Swerve and accelerate out of it. And that's kind of what he does. You see it in his wrist. Watch his wrist. Watch his wrist. Right? There it is. So he swerved, and now that he's straight, I gotta go. Emergency accelerate. So how do we even prevent us from being in this situation? Not do that. You see how we're passing everybody? You see how we're being all aggressive and everything? How about we just kind of sit and wait for an opportunity that's safe to go? It's up to you. If you want to just sit and wait and find a safe opportunity to go, good on you. If you want to swerve and get through everything, fine, that's your choice. Just know you need to have more skills to do that. right, more skills to do this too.
Giving the younger rider a heads up.
High risk,
But on the other
lots of
hand, riding
people,
such
not the
large
best
group
opportunity,
resulted in all
and
kinds
not
of
enough space
behavior.
cushion.
I'm
Yeah, he's
curious to
pissed.
hear
He's
your
like, dude, you
thoughts on
came
the
close to me.
situation.
You're gonna hit my bike. I still have payments on this bike. I don't have full coverage. I should have gotten full coverage. I lied. I only have liability. If you hit me, I don't think you have insurance on that. Oh, now we're gonna get pissed. Now we're gonna get pissed. Side stand down, baby. Just don't be a part of this highly aggressive, high emotional stakes version of things, and it's not gonna happen. So part of the safety checklist is state of mind. If you start recognizing you're getting yourself out of a safe state of mind and more of an aggressive one, you need to get yourself back into a proper state of mind. And this right here, this environment, it's gonna be very difficult. I don't participate in group rides or rides like this because when I'm riding on the road with other cars, I'm already riding a group ride. I'm in a group ride with cars. The only time you're a solo rider is when there's no vehicles on the road. And I like that. I prefer that. But if you're riding in town, riding in stuff like this, riding in an actual structured group, you're in a group ride no matter what. You're in a group ride. And that's just chaos. All right, are we gonna have a failure negotiated corner? There it is. Failure negotiated corner. It was a sharp corner, as we can tell by all the chevrons in the corner. So all the chevrons, the closer they are, the sharper they are. The sharper the corner is. The more spaced out, the less sharp it is. It's still sharp though because it has chevrons. It's indicating, hey, sharp corner, sharp corner, sharp corner. Hey, really sharp corner, sharp corner, sharp corner. So if we're leaning really far down, I get it, you do that with supermoto and whatnot, and you get your foot out, you're like, yeah, boy. You have a higher chance of a low side. And the only reason why you're doing this and you feel like you can do this is because you're speeding through. You're going faster than what the bike is. So you're going to have to do some crazy body angle, body leaning, all the stuff that you're going to learn in supermoto school or whatever it is. But we're out on the street and you don't know if there's gravel. You don't know what else is out there. You know, like why take the risk, especially when you're out in the mountains by yourself and now who's going to come get you? You don't have any cell service, right? And if you do bring your cell phone, one thing I forgot to mention is that rock form mounts. You know, there's links in the description for the books. I just dropped the card. All the books, rock form, Boss helmets, Cardo, Pack Talk edges. I love the Pack Talk, all that stuff. So it's all in the description. But what are you gonna do if you're by yourself? So to me, it's like if I'm by myself, I'm gonna take less risks. If I'm with a friend, I'll take a little bit more because if I crash, then maybe he's gonna help me and rescue me, right? I hope he knows how to rescue. So if you're a part of a crew, we have the Smart Rider crew on School. So there's a link in the description for that. These are all people that go through the Smart Rider motorcycle training system, what I have here. And so I would feel very confident riding with a group of Smart Rider crew members because I'm not going to be the only one that has trauma training or like rescue training, at least. They'll at least know what to do. You know, I don't want to be the only one doing it because if I go down, who's going to help me? So I think it's very important if you're a part of a motorcycle group to at least get the system digital-wise and then train with each other. So once again, failure negotiated corner, going a little too fast, maybe trying to keep up with their buddy up ahead. So if you have that Cardo, all right, he's not panicking, very good. It is what it is. Success, I call that a success. There's a failure, but then the success after the failure. So if you have a Cardo, you can tell everyone, it's like, hey, I can't keep up. Can we slow down? Or I'll meet you where we're supposed to go. All right. So once again, it's another group ride. Hey, we're new wheelies. Keep yourself back. Give enough space cushion in case they drop it, because you don't want to run over that. Anybody ever watch like a really crappy driver in front of you when you're out driving, riding, whatever it is, and they're just kind of going in and out of like they're driving a car like some of these motorcycle riders. Anybody ever see that? I'm sure you have at some point. My first instinct is when I see it ahead of me is to slow down. Because if they hit a car or they crash, I want a big space cushion. I want to be able to slow down. It's usually on the highway. I want to slow down enough. I want to make sure I have big opportunities for escape routes. And then sure, I have my trauma kit, so I'll help out. But I'm not going to be close and be like, let's take a look. No, dude. You stay way up there. That's what I'm talking about here. when I see somebody here, if I'm riding with a group, which I'm not, but if you are, and you see Jeffrey over here doing wheelies, roll off the throttle. I get you want to be close to capture it on your GoPro. At night, you're not going to get good footage anyways. The sensor, everything is really small. It's not designed for it. You're going to have artifacts. It looks like crap, right? So let the guy next to him get the footage. If you're in the back, just stay back. That way, if he does crash, you have room to get around it. Because now we both crashed.
You good?
Yeah, riding in a pack is a completely separate skill. Oh, that's a ladder. It's been run over a few times. You don't want to hit that. So road surface hazards, swerve out of the way. Yeah, that thing has been destroyed. That has destroyed a couple vehicles. The undercarriage, it's messed up a few vehicles. If you feel so inclined, pull over and see when it's safe to do so to grab it and put it on the side of the road. Yeah, that would have been bad for a motorcycle rider. All right, nice, easy corner, or roundabout, it looks like. Yeah, roundabouts are intersections. Also, you got to watch out for that kind of stuff, so let's not speed through them. I get it, they're fun. But what's the end goal? I get it, the end goal is to have fun when you're riding a motorcycle, but I like to think of riding a motorcycle, the byproduct of riding a motorcycle is that it's fun. The main goal of riding a motorcycle for me is to get from point A to point B and accomplish what I'm trying to get done. I'm just going to have fun doing it because I'm on a motorcycle. And you can treat that with anything else. If you're driving a car, have fun. Listen to music. You do that, right? Listen to music, enjoy it, but the point is to pay attention to get from point A to point B. Yeah. It is what it is. Check your pants. You might have pooped. All right, here we go. Corner, intersection, swerved. Get back in your lane. Get back in your lane.
Twisty road can be. He was.
Yeah, so big twisty road. This is a pretty interesting frame. We'll get back to that. So we're going around a corner. Let's just assume that this person in front of us is part of our group ride. That's why we talk on our cardos. The person in front should be like, we're turning left after the corner, turning left, turning left, turning left. And then also why I have a rock form on my handlebars, I use GPS, and it's going to tell me, hey, there's a left-handed turn that we got to take. So we all put in our maps together. It's like, this is where we're going. He has a phone mount right there too. And it has the maps, and it's like, hey, it's coming up. So I'm not surprised. So there's that. Now, good thing on him, so he failed all the other stuff. He failed paying attention, going fast around the corner. There's an intersection coming up. It is what it is. Maybe going a little too fast. Let's just not say he failed. Let's just say he did everything right. But now we have a road surface hazard. So right here, we're locating a hazard situation. It was a corner. Hey, we see an intersection, hazard. Any relevant threats? Person in front of me is slowing down really fast. It's now an active threat because I'm going to run into him because I already know I'm not going to be able to stop in time. My total stopping distance is terrible. I already know, so navigating, right? Now I got to navigate. Navigate. It's action time. If I don't do anything, I'm going to go into freeze, flight, fawn, all these other things, right? Not good. It's a panic state survival mode. So I want you to do something. Fight. Don't freeze. You can't fawn. You can't be like, oh, please don't do that. You're going to have to fight, okay? Or flee. You know, fight, flee, fawn, freeze. You can flee or fight. So let's just say we're fighting ourselves to do something by fleeing. All right? We're doing two. We're going to flee. We're going to go for that escape path as best as we possibly can. Where is it? Where's the escape path? I don't know. Okay, I already tried. Oh, crap. There's a car. All right. Well, I see a gap. I see a gap to the right. I see a gap in between me and the car. The guy turning left, I might hit him. So now what do I do? This is all happening in a split second. You remember when you get into like an adrenaline state, it seems like time slows down. So you actually do have time to think a little bit. It's kind of weird, but it's based on your training. It's all based on your training. You're not thinking, you're kind of like picking what to do. But if you don't know what to do, you can't pick anything. That's when people freeze. So you need to be training this stuff. Part of the system is that we actually go through emergency braking, swerving, and acceleration. He's finding the escape path, and he's going to have to pick one or the other. He can't just freeze. He's going to run into the back of the motorcycle rider. So he picked one. He picked left. Hey, it's not pretty. It works, though. That's all that matters. He swerved. He didn't brake and swerve. He swerved. And now we're here, okay? We have a car coming. So we just went through the plan method. We navigated an active threat. We put ourselves in a new position for safety. Now it's locate hazardous situations. Oh, we're in the wrong lane. Hey, a relevant threat up ahead. It's way up there. I have some time, but I need to navigate it because it's going to be an active threat soon. And I need to put myself in a new position for safety. You see how it just keeps rotating? It keeps doing this. Keeps doing this.
This bike
So get back in your lane.
way just how dangerous.
Or maybe there wasn't a car coming, but either way, we were in the hazardous spot. So now we're in a new position for safety. Let's locate new things. Let's assess any new things. And if there's ever an active one, we will navigate.
Twist the road can be. He was going so fast that he had to make a pretty sketchy move just to avoid hitting the turning rider.
Yep. And that's one thing that I don't really point out too much is that when you have a success like this and you're able to talk about it, you're able to, talk to the other rider or whatever it is, being grateful. Hey man, we're all alive. This is great. Yeah, we shouldn't have done this and like crazy situation, but man, good job. Good job. You also saved me. You would have T-boned me, broke my leg. Dude, man, this is all crazy. And that's where laughter really comes in. I think they said something along the lines of like back in when humans first started, laughter was a way to calm ourselves down after a possible threat. And so you see the cavemen like hearing some rustling in the bushes and one of the cavemen scared, but he like goes over there with his spear and he checks and it's like a little squirrel. And then they all laugh. That was just a squirrel. Ha! That's to reduce the adrenaline and reduce the problem. So laughter kind of came out as a biological thing, and then people started making jokes. So that's cool, but that's why people are laughing afterwards. It's like, whew. You know what I mean? Calms it down. Oh, going 65. Here we go. Hey, it might be a 65-mile road. I don't know. Maybe 55, 50. Okay, cars coming out. We have traffic. Good job moving over to a new position for safety. Let's take a look, though. We're going 65, 60. We see this. We switch over. We're going 53 now, so he's rolling off the throttle, applying the brakes. Sees the threats up ahead. Needs to navigate into a new position. Can't swerve all the way to the left. Can't swerve right. I have to just move over and slow down as close to the line as possible into a new position for safety. Now when all the threats are gone, I can move back and start increasing my speed. Same thing. Now, should they have done that? Blah, 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 blah. It is what it is. I'm sorry. That's life. That's reality. It's reality. What are you going to do when reality comes at you? You can't live in fantasy world that everyone's going to stay in their lanes. It is what it is. So what skills do you have? You can be pissed about it, but it's not being pissed off is not going to solve it. All right, back crash. Why are we blurring it?
1-0, gell? Ich bin nicht dumm. 1-0 nicht, ja, sorry.
Okay, perfect. So we have a crash, right? So we have to remain calm. Seems like everyone's doing. We're doing a lot of jump cuts. But part of remaining calm is calling 911. Now, 911 is the United States thing. I'm assuming 110 is their version of 911. So very good. And the whole point of it being on the card and part of rescue is that if somebody is severely hurt and nobody calls 911, they're never going to get to a hospital. They're never going to get to a trauma center because of the things that if they're severely hurt, they need to have definitive care. And you calling first or telling someone to call first gets that chain of survival going. If nobody does it for 5-10 minutes, then nobody's coming for another 5-10 minutes. The soonest you do it, that's when things start moving, and then you can help out. You can ensure your own safety. Don't get hit by another car. Make sure you wear some gloves, maybe eye protection, but just put your visor down on your helmet. There you go. And then stop any major bleeds. So you either use a tourniquet, direct pressure, and if you understand how to pack the wound, very good. If you don't know how to pack the wound, take a stop the bleed class. Stop the bleed will teach you direct pressure, tourniquet, packing the wound. And if you want to quickly assess severity, the stuff on the back is just going to let you know, hey, head injury, spinal cord, shock symptoms. At the end of the day, you can only really lay them down and then keep them warm and then stop any bleeding, really. That's all you can do. All right, nice, easy right-handed turn. Not really, because we're going to go ahead and low side. See, once again, the laughter kicks in. hey, we're fine. I'm letting everyone know we're fine by laughing. Some people do it as a nervous way. It's like, hey, I'm fine. I'm just nervous. Ha 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 ha. But this was like, yeah. Wearing full gear. Impact protection, still probably painful. Lane splitting. Watch for the open spots. There's the open spot. How was he able to navigate that? Was he speeding? He was covering the brakes. Oh, maybe he wasn't. But he was very quick on the response. So that's very good. It is what it is. You don't have to get mad. Don't get mad. Oh, whoa. Well, that's interesting. But right here, that car looks like it's going to go left. That Honda CRV or whatever. That car might go left. The car in front's letting us in. That's pretty nice. But see how there's another gap? So once you accomplish one thing, watch out for the next one. Why did you get something thrown at you? If this is happening, I get you want to have some really cool footage so you can post on MotoStars or on your YouTube channel and be like, look at this guy, look at it. I don't really care. I don't really care. If somebody's acting like this, I'm going to roll off the throttle, maybe even apply the brakes and let the idiot be in front of me. And if he wants to brake check me, then I have enough skill to switch lanes and kind of maneuver out, and I'll get off the highway for about 2-3 minutes because he's going to be a couple miles ahead, and then boom, done. I'll get off the highway, off the off-ramp, get on the on-ramp on the other side of the intersection, and he's already gone. Not a big deal. It's not worth it. It's going to add maybe 2 minutes to my commute. Not a big deal. Especially if that angry. Now, if you cause something, like you can also prevent it by not, doing something stupid. This looks like Arizona.
Over here, we can just chunk them. Where's my fade? Yeah, go up here, let's check the fade.
Now you got slushy all over you. Oh!
I got everything on camera. He wants to do we can. He threw it all over.
Yeah.
Everything's on camera. Look,
Cops are like, what the heck is going on?
Me off. It almost caused an accident.
So it's actually considered a battery. Usually assault and battery come together because assault is the threat of violence. And then if they do violence, now it's assault and battery. Battery is the physical part. So, I mean, like, he didn't say, I'm going to hit you. He just did it. So it would be considered battery. You're an idiot, dude, for throwing the slushy. So I'm going to press charges. Cutting you off is not illegal. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? But I do have evidence all over me that you threw a slushy at me and you just admitted. A battery, you're right, Horvath. A battery is what starts your bike. Go ahead and grab yourself a slice of pizza. You get a whole large pizza to yourself. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. You get a star too.
everything's on camera.
I just say you got time for
He doesn't want anything done, so yeah, he has something in. So.
I would have.
I don't want to do anything else. No,
I would.
Alright, keep going.
I would. Yep, Mesa. That's Phoenix. I totally would. I have the patience. I want to have some excitement in my life, whether it causes me an inconvenience. I would totally. Yeah. Let's go ahead and press charges. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go to court. Yeah, what day? This is perfectly fine. I'll take time off. I would love to. Oh, he's going to plead out, maybe get 6 months probation. Okay. All right. We'll just keep going. We'll keep going. That's what I would have done. Open lane pattern. Open lane pattern right there. Look at that long stack of cars. There's a big open lane right there. We are right here. We're kind of in a blind spot, kind of weird thing, right? Yeah, it's an open lane pattern. Somebody's want to come out. He's already starting to. So what can we do? We have an intersection coming up. I want to go straight, right? If it comes down to it, I will make a left-handed turn to avoid a crash. But I'm going to swerve left into the left turn lane. and I'm gonna swerve right into the straight lane. That's what I'd be doing. Let's see what happens. Perfect. No, that was good. I paused it before I could see what the speed was. I thought it was a green light, but it's a red light, so everyone stopped. So he did good he was already slowing down for the intersection because it was a red light. He saw it ahead of time. Slowing down, applied the brakes. Somebody's coming in, moved over just a little bit, let them in. Very good. That's all you do. That's it. We're not fighting. We're not throwing slushies. What the heck? Okay, so I had to layer down. So if you don't know what it looks like when it comes to somebody slamming the front brake, there we go. Let's get that out of there. So the front brake, if you don't know what the front brake is, it's on the right handlebar, right next to your throttle. I talk about it in this book. This is part of the system, but this is called Riding Smart. This right here will get you learning how to ride a motorcycle, okay, on the street in front of your house, all the way to the motorcycle operator skills test. And we talk about motorcycle controls and where they're at. This is a primary control, the front brake. So there it is, just letting you know. Okay, so he slams it though, slams it. And it locks up the front tire because maybe he doesn't have ABS, or he did it so quickly the ABS barely could keep up. That's what that was. That's what it looks like. All right, swerve. That would have hurt. Oh, that would have hurt. So we're doing a head check. We're still moving. Good job with the reaction speed, reaction time. He swerved. Okay, somebody's kind of moving over a little bit. It is what it is. Oh, rain riding. Lower traction. Looks like there's some gravel and stuff. Oh, mud. That can happen. I like the bow on your head. And if you see a bunch of stuff like this, it's much easier just to go over it as not like slow, not like, hey, we're crawling. But there's a big opportunity, like not much you could do in terms of mud. That sucks. So what can you do? You might crash. There's a better opportunity to crash, so you want to wear full gear. Or don't ride in the rain like this. Or if you see something like this, slow it down beforehand and start making decisions. So if you ride in this all the time, write in the comments. I don't deal with this all the time. We don't have a lot of rain here in Tucson. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, grab a slice of pizza, and I'll see you guys later. All right, everybody. Hey, we're going to hit some mirrors. So part of what we're going to be doing is the plan method. We're going to be doing this. So if you're a brand new rider, let's pay attention. Let's go ahead and position for safety, locate hazardous situations like this, assess any relevant threats, and navigate active threats. Links in the description for all the stuff. Well, let's just jump right into it. We'll talk more about the system later because that's what we're using
For some reason,
to talk about all these scenarios. Now, getting super angry on the road and doing stuff like this is not good. So part of the safety checklist is S, is state of mind. If your state of mind is in bad shape and you're angry, sad, fearful, might not be a good opportunity to ride. And you might have to calm yourself down. So we're going 162. That is over 100 miles an hour. So 162 kilometers an hour is over 100. I get you're having fun. We're going over a crest of the hill. What's on the other side of the hill? We don't know. So to me, that's a little bit hazardous. Our speed is a little bit hazardous. So we're going to have to navigate that because we are the active threat. Let's put ourselves in a better position for safety by slowing it down. Simple as that. This person turning left did not even anticipate somebody doing something stupid like this. Maybe they should. You know, it's a big open road. They should probably think that, but it is what it is. We got lucky. We got very lucky. So if you're a new rider, don't be doing stupid stuff. All right, cruising. Yeah. Nice and easy. I love the GPS. We know what's coming around the corner. There's a sharp corner. Somebody crashed. We're not going stupid fast, so we were able to navigate that.
You good?
So locating hazardous situations, corners, intersections. Very easy. A lot of hazards in those areas. Too fast, crashing into the left turner at an intersection, a bunch of other issues. Now, somebody crashed like this guy right here. So it's up to you if you want to rescue. Let's see if he's got any major bleeds. Hey, you want me to call 911? If he's conscious and alert, that's great. Let's ensure our own safety, not get hit by other vehicles. Simple as that. So he's walking around, not a big deal. You can just double check, but it's part of the motorcycle training system. Okay, we have the Smart Rider drills, 24 motorcycle drills that you can practice in a parking lot with only 10 cones, how to rescue somebody. And then if you want to learn how to ride, here's the book for you. Every one of these books has a QR code of me demonstrating it. So you can actually get to see me do it. So I'm walking you along and you get a little card. Okay, there's also a cone kit if you want 10 cones. Or 5, just cut 5 tennis balls in half, you got 10 cones. So with the Smart Rider drills, you only need to set up the drills once, the cones once, and you can do 24 drills, never touching the cones. And you get a phone-friendly version with everything too. Oh, we've seen this one before. Ow! Hopefully no implants because it just popped. How did that happen? Look at the right hand. Doop. I think we might have slammed the front brake even with that one finger. So we slammed the front brake. Even with one finger, if it's a really powerful bike or really good brakes, even just pulling really hard with one finger can do that. I don't know if we hit something or not, but we definitely dumped the bike. I can't tell what's in front of her. What was in front of her that maybe caused... It's an intersection, so maybe somebody stopped. Look, the traffic's kind of slow because of us, but I don't know. Intersection coming up.
Overtaking
You saw that
was a
sign?
risky idea, and the result was
This is actually illegal.
the driver didn't make sure and surprised the rider in a rather unpleasant way.
It's actually illegal. I think that was on purpose. I think that might have been on purpose. Why? I mean, unless he has to piss, he's like, I gotta pee real quick. But even then, it's like the worst opportunity to do it. It is illegal to drive on the shoulder just because it's not a lane. Ask me how I know. I got pulled over once.
I got it. I had my camera on too.
He's got the old Cardo Pack Talk Bold.
All right, cool.
The Cardos are good. It's a modular helmet. He had it down during the incident. Failure to negotiate a corner. Let's see what happens here. Failure to negotiate the corner. And we just hit everybody that was sitting right there. This is California. That's a very common spot. Write in the comments if you know exactly where that spot is. I see that tower all the time in these videos. People always crashing really hard on that.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
This is where people can... Mulholland? Okay. This is where people can practice their rescue skills. Also, I don't want to be parked... I get it. It's like a fun spot to park, I'm assuming. But I would be parked more like right here. Not in the crash zone. You know what I mean? That's the crash zone. Lost the air.
Stop. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move.
Don't move, don't move. All right. Oh, we're gonna do a wheelie. We're gonna loop it. Oh, we fell to the side, lost balance. High risk, high skill. So are we the active threat in this? So if you're gonna be doing stuff like this, I mean, it's an open spot. Nobody around. That's good. I'm glad you did it then. Just understand that you're gonna have a good possibility of crashing, and then, I mean, look at that. I mean, why would it tear the inside of the leg? So the bike landed on it and tore that. So parts of your bike can really, I mean, they can penetrate your body. I've seen it. Like, I've seen it. I mean, it happens with kids on bicycles. For some reason, their brake levers tend to go to the inside of their thigh. It's weird. I've seen it like 5 times. Like it just goes inside and rips it. All right, just cruising. He's got his phone. He's got his camera, watching his phone. We're watching the camera. There's the swerve. Very good. So right here, I want to point out, so there's that side of the vehicle at the very top. You can kind of tell. I hate it when people do this part. I hate it when people go super fast until they get to the stop sign and then stop. That pisses me off. Why can't you just slow it down? I can tell that you're slowing it down and then you stop. So when people are like speeding up to the stop sign and then stopping, it makes me think they're not going to stop. It makes me want to swerve already. But either way, when I see a side of the vehicle like this, it becomes a relevant threat. So I'm assessing though, are they stopping or not? The moment I see them pass that stop sign, they become an active threat to me, especially if they're inside my lane. So now he's inside my lane. Quick. Very quick. Navigated. Very good. Good swerve. Good swerve. Found the open spot. Now we're here. Now we're in a new active or a new hazardous situation. No active threats yet. I don't see anybody, but we have the camera pointed down a little bit. But no, it's a hazardous situation. So I need to put myself in a new position for safety back in my lane. If you also notice, he's going 36, so he wasn't speeding. So he was able to do a really good swerve at 36 miles an hour. Let's get back in our lane. And we're back to a position for safety and move on to the next.
Here's why you don't fly down the road at 100 miles an hour.
So great question. Iced, go ahead and grab yourself a slice of pizza. Iced asked, I have a question on gear. I currently have riding jeans and jacket and gloves, but I use normal Air Forces. Is riding boots overkill or perfect? Wanting to hear your thoughts. So just like your riding gear has, jacket and gloves, let's say you have a helmet. I'm assuming you have a helmet and you have riding jeans. They have abrasion resistance. Now, when it comes to your boots, like sure, or your Air Forces, okay, sure, abrasion resistance. But they also, all the other stuff has impact protection. So when you look at motorcycle boots, let's go take a look at mine. You have motorcycle boots. They usually have a soft, or not a soft, but they have a mid-shank sole that's going to help out with foot fatigue. That's a real thing. So when you put your foot on the peg, it's going to cause some fatigue on your foot. Not a good thing. Some of them have toe protection. Okay, maybe not steel toe, but like a composite. And your Air Forces don't have that. So when you hit something, it's going to hopefully protect it, and also crushing, it's going to hopefully protect it. And then on your malleus, there's like there's a disc right here. So if something comes down onto your ankle, let's say you fall down, the bike falls down on top of you, or you fall down and you hit your side of your ankle pretty hard, this is a little bit of a protection. Same thing up here, a little bit of protection. And also, if you notice on mine, it's zippered. I don't have laces. I don't want laces because when I step off the bike, that little loop on the lace, so either tuck your laces if you have laces. I don't like them. So if you step down and that loop grabs the peg, you're going down with the bike. It's going to pull down the whole bike. So this is going to also offer heel protection too. There's going to be some protection in the back. So you're going to have protection with motorcycle boots more so than regular shoes. And you notice how if I get into a crash and I start flinging everywhere, right? Is this going to come off me? Probably not, because it's higher up on the shin, and also it's going to help protect against rocks hitting your shin. This is going to stay on my foot. Now, if my foot is no longer attached to my body, it's at least still here in the boot. But with your regular shoes, your foot's gone or your shoe's gone after that first rotation of you flying. And now that your shoe's gone, there's zero protection. So this will stay on while I'm bouncing around and hitting everything. So motorcycle boots are really important. Now, if you want to get motorcycle shoes, you kind of run into the same problem with it flying off, and you might not have the ankle protection, but you'll probably still have the toe protection, heel protection, and maybe the mid-shank sole. This is why I always recommend boots that have shin protection, because it'll stay on and it protects anything from hitting the front like rocks, or at least mitigates some of the stuff. It's not going to prevent you from having some pain. You're going to feel it, but it's not gonna be like, ow, I feel it. Now I look down and there's blood coming out. So that's where it's at. All right, hopefully that answered your question. Highly recommend. If you're gonna get everything, get everything. Save a little money. Don't go out. Don't have 1 week, don't get Zins. 1 week of no energy drinks, or a couple weeks, I guess. Just save up some money. And they'll last you a long time. Get comfy ones. All right, here we go.
I hope that such
There's an open
cases will
spot. We
raise
took it.
awareness of how dangerous this
We're gonna go ahead
can
and
be and how
zip,
important
zip.
needs to do it carefully.
Watch out for anybody coming around. He's checking. Very nice. Oh, that dude was speeding. You notice how we checked? We usually see from the other rider's perspective, oh, somebody came out in front of us. That's what you look like when you're speeding. You're not there. You're not there. When you're speeding like that, this dude's going 4 miles an hour with a passenger. So very good with the slow speed maneuvers, which you can practice with the drills. 24 motorcycle, you see how difficult those ones are? But that's all you do. You set it up. I have a QR code, shows you how to set it up. Boom. You can set up in like without a tape measure or nothing. I show you how. And yoink. I would check on my passenger, then check me, then check him. Simple as that. We're going to just do another slow-mo. Another slow-mo. And we blurred him out. Why blur him out? I want to see. I want to see. They also have is it Bola or Bolo? I think it's Bola, where it's just it's a ratchet. Those are pretty cool. I like the zipper, but I think that little ratchet thing actually makes it tighter. I like driving with the seatbelt because I like that secureness. Also, it's safe, but it's kind of the same thing when you attach things. Oh, that bike's done.
Bizde bir şey yok. Sende bir şey yok değil mi?
Look at that bike. No, it's fairings. Okay. Hey, we're speeding. We're having fun. Look at the curbs. So let's just assume it's on the other side. Imagine hitting and getting like an arm in between the opening of the curb. All right, here we go. Oh, speed wobbles. We hit a pothole. We hit a pothole. I mean, look at the road. Did I save it? I think you did. But this is why when people are like, hey, go to the track if you want to ride fast. Like, you'll learn how to ride fast, right? So you go do a bunch of track days and and then you go out in the mountains and you have the skills. Now, here's the cool thing is that once you start doing track days, you realize you don't want to do it on the mountains. So that's a kind of like a good awareness thing when it comes to track days. But some people go to track days to practice so they become better on the street. Okay, cool. But the street looks like this, and and the track that you practice on does not look like this. And so then you do track days to ride on crappy roads where you have that possibility. All right, merge area. Possibly somebody wanted to come all the way over. Let's take a look. He doesn't want to be stuck behind that big vehicle or that middle vehicle, so we're going to switch all the way to the open lane. Roll off the brakes, or roll off the throttle, apply the brakes, maybe switch to the other lane, let them in. Not a big deal. Hey, wheelie time right in front of all our friends. Hopefully we don't hit anybody. Oh, we dumped the bike. Hey, we're on our feet. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and move over. We don't want to be stuck behind that. Oh, we're not going super fast. I love it when they say the GoPro makes the gap look bigger. I get it when you're in super view, but we're filming with a 4:3 aspect ratio, and they don't do super view in 4:3 aspect ratio. And I get it. It's a concave lens or a convex? I think it's convex lens. And so, yeah, it does offer just a little bit, but it's about this close. Now, that is close, but it doesn't make it look bigger. It just feels closer than it really looks because it's kind of scary. But good on him for not speeding through it. Okay. Concave, convex, I don't know. Convex mirrors are for your mirrors so that so things look farther than they seem. So I'm assuming that's what it means. And I get it's like a fisheye, but all right, moving on. Watch out for any open spots like that. Oh, somebody's not letting you in. There you go. Do what you need to do. Apply the brakes.
Understand why the driver is deliberately blocking him, so he decided to confront him.
Oh, you don't need to confront. You don't need to confront. Just kind of move on. No, now you're creating a hazardous situation. You're creating a hazardous situation. You don't need to do that. You could just straight up move on with your day. You got in front of them, now you're behind them again. Now you got to do the whole thing again. Now we're kind of stuck in here. Okay, moving on. All right, open lane pattern. Does this guy want to switch over? Nope. Okay, very good. Another open lane. There it is. Found the escape on the shoulder. Very nice. Moving on. Where are we at? California. All right. Look at all these. Look at all the other open lane patterns. Look at that one. So once you pass one, watch out for the next. If you don't know what open lane pattern, it's just an opportunity for someone to merge. It's a pattern that you see. I call it open lane. All right, here we go. Nice and easy. At dusk, we're going 65-ish kilometers an hour. Not a big deal. That's about 35-ish. Okay, weird side of the vehicle. We're gonna slow it down. Found the gap, go ahead and accelerate out of it. Not a big deal. Good job, not speeding through. We're gonna go ahead and pass. Hopefully it's safe to do so. I would have let them and got behind the truck. And then went again when it was safe to do so. I'm not gonna fight and argue while I'm in the wrong lane. Oh, what's up, bear? So that's what I like about the GPS on the handlebars. So look ahead of you. Of course, there's bears. Oh, bear. But you can't see that really sharp decreasing radius turn coming up ahead by just looking straight. So this is like a mini map. It's a mini map for you and your motorcycle when you ride. And I use Rockform, so link in the description. You get a discount. It's an affiliate link. But that's why I ride with maps. Looks like a fun road too. Whoa. What happened? I hit a button. We're going all the way back. There we go. Let's take a look at the bears. Sorry about that. What's up, bear? Just chill. Brown bear. Oh, jeez.
No way. Is this?
That looks like something on the side of the road. Time to rescue.
No way, dude. This is the same corner.
It's a sharp corner.
There's a helmet on the ground. Oh,
I would double check.
God.
He's trying to get his bike out.
Oh my God.
He's probably fine. Probably don't need a rescue. Probably just need to double check and see if he needs help.
Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Okay. Where is the bike?
Way down there.
All the way down there?
Yeah.
Where did you come through? I don't even...
He got lucky that he came through.
Fucking helmet.
Imagine if he got severely injured and he's down there and nobody...
Dude, at least...
Nobody was seeing him.
Oh.
See what I mean?
That tree.
So it's...
Damn. It just
It's like, oh, I'll be fine after a crash. You don't know that. So the goal is to prevent the crash in the first place.
Staring at me right here.
Ground squatch.
A couple of them right there.
Sees a deer. He's just gonna go ahead and chill. If there's one, there's probably 15. So watch out. Hey, there's one.
Baby deer again.
Probably another one. Hey, we're on a spider. Oh, is he losing stuff?
You're still on fire. I know, obviously, Suzuki does not have cruise control. Even with the R version. So it's like, I know I'm not getting...
He's got a turn coming up. You see on the GPS? Hey, we did a jump cut. We're just going to hang out on this road, but we have a stop sign coming up.
Oh my God.
I would have pulled... If that's the case, I would have pulled over a while ago and just taken the bag off. Because last thing I want is it to go inside the chain and all this other stuff.
Look at this.
Yeah, put it on the dry grass.
Oh my gosh.
So
Now water will
you
do it.
understand what it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
I make sure that I keep on practicing my braking, my hard braking, practicing my maneuvers like that, maneuvering left.
Yeah, maneuver that like that. Yeah, man.
No way I probably could have braked there properly because he came out so slow and he committed so late. Like
He's doing his own after.
there's no way.
After
So
action.
maneuvering was the best option for me. But
Yep,
anyway,
you're right.
if you guys have a different read on the situation, let me know. But
Nope. All right, moving on. Oh, we don't like you here.
Jenom rychle projíždíme tudy.
To je chráněný území, normální cesta pro pěší, to není žádný rajon na motocross.
A já mám silniční gumy, tomu nic neudělám.
Okay. I have street wheels. I won't damage nothing. All right. Yeah, you're right. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Not my problem. It's your problem. But if you're hungry, grab a slice of pizza. Check out the links in the description if you want to learn how to ride. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. All right, everybody, this is a video from a year ago. It's got 1 million views. Let's see how crazy crashes there are. So if you're a brand new motorcycle rider, make sure you pay attention because we're gonna be going over a few things. I'm gonna try not to pause.
For the mistakes,
So we're doing after action reviews of a lot of these crashes and close calls. So we're doing lane splitting right now.
For the consequences to appear.
Okay, consequences, very nice. All right, so pay attention. Nope, we weren't paying attention and we're up and over. So once again, lane splitting, we have hazards of not a lot of space to the left and right. So pay attention when you're riding through it. Very simple, right? Wear full gear if you want to. I highly recommend it to be a smart rider. All right, big group ride all over the place in the mountains. Not very smart, a lot of passengers. Hey, let's race to the restaurant that we're trying to get to because I gotta take a shit. You all gotta take a shit. First one in gets to take their time. All right, so he went off and he's gonna be last in line now, taking a poop. So real quick, I love having the GPS on my handlebars. I'm not gonna ride like this, but it at least tells me where the turns are coming up. So I use rock form, links in the description for everything. Could have been talking on the cardos, link for that to each other and be like, let's slow it down, idiots. But yeah, that's what I use it for. We have a sharp turn coming up ahead, but we're gonna take it nice and slow now because Jeffrey crashed his bike again. This is his 3rd bike this year. Wear motorcycle pants. Those are just regular jeans with some armor on the outside. The abrasion resistance of the jeans are going to be ripped up. It's just cotton. All right. Old denim. I guess oh! Maybe we are going to pause this a little bit. Who puts... What kind of road is this? Even if there was no water in it, you have a giant trench. And there's not a lot of room. And then what's the point of having a shoulder? The car did it too. That's a big trench. I don't know if there's construction, but there's no signage. I'd be suing the city. All right, having fun in a parking lot. Hopefully we don't do anything stupid. So the concrete in parking lots are really slick. I think we went over a manhole cover at the same time we're turning too. So the tire lost traction. Good job removing ourselves from the situation and cry about it later. All right,
in a group requires
riding in a group.
The rider in the back found that out when he had to change plans in an instant.
Okay, people are turning right. If you miss your turn, you miss your turn. If you miss your turn, you miss your turn. Don't go over the gore area like that. That's not very smart. Lots of road debris, and there's a sign right there. That sign is a 4x4. It takes a lot of force to break a 4x4. Take exit 2, not 3. So it's time to rescue. No, we're just gonna take off. Okay. Full gear as always. I crashed a $30,000 motorcycle because I was going too fast. So gear isn't the thing that's going to prevent you from crashing your $30,000 motorcycle because you're going fast. Gear is going to make you think you can go fast because you have full gear. And if I do crash, I got gear. It's a false sense of security. And now holding on and getting drug a couple hundred yards, probably like 400 yards. Yeah, it'll save your skin with those leathers, but let's just not slam the brakes and had to layer down type thing. I don't know.
Sit.
So he just got into a crash. It's a different person. Good job. Sit him down. Lay him down on the ground. The earth will be a spine board, so keep the spine in line. All right, what happened then? Is this what we're gonna see? One rider had barely enough time to move out of the way. Hey, you guys are speeding through traffic. What do you think's gonna happen? I think we all understand not to do this, but it's time to rescue our buddy for being an idiot again. This is Jeffrey the year before. All right. Spitathon. That's the name. I don't understand it. Speedy Than. Oh, those are cops. That's a cop. Oh, you weren't paying attention. So was the road turning? No, we were turning right. So we see the cops. We start to be like, oh crap, I don't like it. So we're going straight, but we're looking left and the bike's probably turning right and it's a straight road. Oh, there's the sidewall. Listening to music. I wish I could use AI to like figure out what song he's listening to because it's probably like high tempo, so he's amped up. Maybe listen to some classical music. I like piano classical music. Well, now you just made it easy for the cop to get you. Simple as that. And you got some injuries, damaged bike. Hey, run! No, he's remaining calm. He's ensuring his own safety. So he's actually removing himself from traffic. So very nice. Ensure your own safety. He's not gonna have a good day though.
This is another example of how
Seth was here.
speeding can be, and at such high speed.
All right, Seth, what are you doing?
Significantly.
What do we got? Oh, somebody crashed. The guy up ahead crashed. We have police on scene, so they're first responders. But they might not have a trauma. Well, they should have a trauma kit. What do we got here, Seth? You still on the ground? That might not be a good. Somebody's helping him out. I would try to help. I would stop and help. If firefighters, EMTs aren't on scene, I'm stopping. Yeah, here we go. Failure to negotiate a corner, probably. Oh, we got a passenger that's going to change up the dynamics a little bit. He's doing pretty well. Oh. Decreasing radius turn. A person with a passenger made it. We didn't. So the guy up ahead has more skill than us. That's not a big deal. It's only a big deal if we're trying to keep up with the guy that has more skill. There's levels to this, everybody. There's level. Oh. So we did have a passenger. There's levels to all of this. What the heck kind of haircut is this? Did you cut it with scissors yourself? Like scissors, like the kid safety scissors, those little ones that you barely get one finger in as an adult. All right, here we go. Oh, intersection. Moved out of the way, moved on. That's fine. It was a line of sight problem. Couldn't see because of the parked vehicle. Nice, easy turn. Oh, was that black ice?
Slippery.
I think that might have been black ice. It looks a little... So in the shade, in the mountains, where there was possible snow, more than likely still ice on the road in that shaded area.
Woo, Nelly, that was slippery.
Very lucky. Nice little KLR. All right, here we go. Oh. Good job applying the brakes.
When the rider decided to confront the driver. However, he quickly backed off after the driver apologized.
Why? You navigated it, not a big deal, man. First ride back, I almost got hit by. Okay, open lane pattern. Our lane is moving. That lane is not. This guy wants to switch over. We're in the blind spot. We moved over ourselves. And yeah, that explains it. Should it happen? Not really, but if it explains it, we know what we can do differently. So let's not hang out in blind spots. Let's recognize our lane is moving quicker and somebody might want to switch over. All right, here we go. Sharp left turn coming up ahead. The chevron indicates that. And our buddy couldn't navigate even that. Oh, what are you gonna do now? How are you getting home? Hop on, buddy. Hop on. Oh. It's never good to see headlights in your lane, but good job swerving and not panicking. That is a copyrighted song. We're moving on. Here we go.
Of how pointless and unnecessary aggression on the road really is.
Remember this car. Okay, I remember it. I remember. See how hard it is to see anything at night? So just be aware of the consequences, or at least the risks. Okay, we're making a right-hand turn. We did not make a right-handed turn. I think that it's kind of our fault. We got out of the lane. Wait, what did that say at the top? Starts yelling at me to move on my Cardo. Okay, so that's another reason to have Cardos. So we have a discount in the description for Cardo Pack Talk edges and everything there on the site. But get the Duo, split it with your buddy. It's actually cheaper getting the Duo, and if you split it with your buddy, it's even cheaper then. And with the discount that you apply with the link in the description, 10% off. But go to QT and get a pizza. I love those. So he's yelling at him to move over. So it probably saw somebody in the back. Probably saw the guy acting like an idiot. So that's why he moved over. Okay, that makes sense. So then you're yelling at the guy up front, but hey, let this idiot move over. You're not gonna win this. If somebody tries to box me in, I have full coverage on my Chrysler Pacifica, and so if I feel threatened, I don't mind damaging it and saying I got into a crash. Let's not box in a vehicle that you're going to lose against. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away from this driver. What are we doing? I was looking at my phone because I got annoyed. What did he do? He hit the mirror. At 58 miles an hour, we're going to punch an object with our delicate phalanges, carpals, and metacarpals. That's a great way to break your hand. That is a dumb thing to do. Absolutely dumb thing to do. It's not worth it. All right. So he broke his mirror. Great. Good job. Good job. You broke your hand. You broke your hand. Yeah, buddy. Having some fun. Oh, sometimes that happens. We're gonna laugh about it. He's got full gear. I love it. Here we go. Oh, it's a red light. You weren't paying attention, were you? You can see the red light way ahead. Oh, somebody running to the back of us? Another motorcycle rider, probably. Yep, there he is. You guys weren't paying attention. So what does that tell us as motorcycle riders, if you're brand new? Or if you've been riding for a while, driving? Hey, it's a red light. I see it ahead. I need to pay attention. I need to pay attention when I'm driving. I need to pay attention when I'm riding. I don't speak this. So just pay attention. It's weird how paying attention solves not just riding problems, but if you pay attention to other things in your life and you're actually aware, not just allowing things happen to you, life gets better. Move over. Not a big deal. Going around a corner. Or actually, I think we're going straight. It's equi-rectangular. It's a 360 video. It just didn't make it 16 by 9. Can't really tell too much. All right, here we go. Oh. You're not supposed to do that in intersections. What a dick. Oh. That's what happens when you use a ram mount, not a rock form mount. It actually locks in. So this is the sport clip. I like to walk around like this. So I'm going to go to the, take some packages. So some of you guys bought some stuff. So I'm going to take some packages. I like to ruck there. I go at 15, 20 pounds. And I'm doing notes. I'm journaling. I'm doing notes. I'm looking at all intersections I got to cross and everything. I'm paying attention, looking where I'm supposed to go. I do voice notes. And I'm like holding the button, have my headphones in. I'm talking. And then I go down, look down. It looks good. Boom, boom. Put it in. But then I can like walk to my side like this. Yeah, I got regular trunks on. But they're work clothes. So I walk around like this. I can hold it. And this is what locks in. See how it just locks in? And it's a magnet. This is a magnet. That's a magnet. I love this thing. And this locks in. Trying to get a good view. This locks into your motorcycle. Get the vibration dampener. You can buy a vibration dampener. So get that for the motorcycle. But you don't obviously need the vibration dampener when you're walking.
Being overconfident while speeding also ends in a spectacular fall in this case.
We are not paying attention. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. I think I'm just gonna start saying stuff like that. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. I try not to do that. The way I like to say the idiot part is whenever you're learning something new, this guy's an idiot too, and whenever you're learning something, you're an idiot. You're just an idiot when it comes to the thing. I like to use that term. So you're an idiot when you're learning. The goal is not to be an idiot anymore because you're learning. When you choose not to do the thing you're supposed to be doing, you're choosing to be an idiot. You're naturally an idiot learning, but if you know what you're supposed to be doing and you choose not to do it, you're not choosing not to be good at what you're doing. You're choosing to be an idiot. I'm okay if you're just naturally an idiot. I'm okay if you just this is new to me. I'm an idiot. I get it. Let's learn. But if you're like, I know what to do, I just choose not to, you're an idiot and you're choosing to be an idiot, and I don't want to be around people that choose to be idiots. You're an idiot. So when I see people do stupid stuff like this,
Ends in a spectacular fall in this case.
You're choosing to be an idiot. I don't understand why you choose to be dumb. If you're just normally dumb, naturally dumb, okay, I get it. You have no control over it. But you have control over being an idiot. Just like this. Just like this. He's not even gonna stop and see. Oh my god. Oh my Lanta. So this is all kitty litter on oil. This is all oil that this person slid across the ground. So this is after the cleanup. I've had to do this. And then scoop it up with a flathead shovel. This is the aftermath. And this is where we ended up. And they put more kitty litter all over it. He hit a vehicle. There's the kitty litter. It looks like they just use sand. But you use kitty, because kitty litter would actually absorb. Oh, my Lanta. So if it did that much damage to the bike, how much damage do you think happened to the body?
Ich achte drauf.
That's an impressive amount of damage. If it snaps a swing arm and it's metal like that, imagine what your femur would do. Or your spine. I mean, your spine is not one giant bone. It's a bunch of bones. 7, 12, 9, 5. I forgot. There's like 32. I always like the last bottom part, your coccyx. It's a fun name to say. It's your tailbone. The coccyx. COCCYX, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, he got messed up. With that said, hope you guys ride safe. Don't choose to be idiots. Check out the links in the description and pay attention. Do the plan method, okay? I'll see you guys later. So are we gonna, sad day for me, but all is good. Okay, we're gonna low side, there it is, and into the side of the mountain. So, hey, there's a sign there saying it's a sharp turn. How sharp is it? I don't know, it's in the shade, but there's a sign there at least let me know there's a sharp turn. If I have my phone on my handlebars using rock form, I can see with the GPS, like a little mini map, hey, it's a sharp turn. So these are all things that we could be paying attention to before entering the sharp turn. So how do we plan the sharp turn? Well, we locate it's a hazardous situation. Am I the active threat or the relevant threat in this by going too fast? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to slow down. That's the solution. Now, what can you do to get more skill? Take some classes. Do progressive overload with your skills. Don't speed through it. Like don't go above. You don't throw up 315 pounds on a bench press your first time. You build yourself up to it. And then you build yourself up to a point where it's like, I don't want to be a power lifter. I just want to be in shape. I don't want to, try to throw up crazy numbers because it's a higher risk of injury. So you kind of stay at 225 and you do like 20 reps instead of like 315 at 10 reps. You see what I mean? I don't recommend doing that. I think it's actually kind of illegal. But that's the consequence if you want to take it.
Here we have a situation where even the road surface
and
cut is
55 kilometers an hour. That's about 100 miles an hour.
of the bike, he ends the ride in a rather spectacular.
So about 100 miles an hour. Failed to negotiate the corner. Typical. So what can we learn from that, everybody? Maybe slow it down. Let's say it's a 60 mile an hour road and we're going 100. That's criminal speeding, by the way. Lots of problems with that. Let's say it's 75, still criminal speeding in Arizona. Let's say it's 80, still criminal speeding in Arizona. Because there are some, parts of the law where I think it's above 90, it's still criminal speeding no matter what. 20 miles an hour over the speed limit is criminal speeding, so you don't want to have that. Hey, what's up, cyclists? Anybody can hit us from behind? Usually that's what happens here. Oh. That's battery, buddy. There you go. You guys do what you need to do. He came up to us. This is self-defense. This is self-defense. There you go. What you can do is grab the helmet, see if you can get a good handle on it, because it's attached to his head, and you can just start yanking his body around. It's kind of like the hockey thing where you grab the jersey and you pull it over, but if you can control the head, this is why I shave my head. It's not because I'm bald, so if I ever get in a fight, nobody can grab my hair. That's what you've seen girls fight, right? They grab the hair and they're moving the chick around, right? Same concept. Same concept. So, grab the helmet. Treat him like a little kid. All right, here we go. Oh, a little bit too much acceleration on that turn. So part of what we do here in this book for the motorcycle operator skills test is tight turn from a stop, and we practice that. But also the same thing here with all the drills. Practice all those drills so we're not making the same mistake. So what he did was accidentally let out the clutch and was giving it too much throttle in the middle of a turn. When you're turning, you need traction. But when you dump the clutch and you let out too much throttle while turning, you're not going to have enough traction to really navigate that corner, especially from a stop. It's just going to spin on you, lose traction, and fall down. Simple as that. It's a new rider's mistake. Now, if you've been riding for 10 years and you make this mistake, well, you made a new rider mistake. Not a big deal. Let's just try not to do that. Oh, we slammed the brakes. He panicked. He panicked. Look at his finger on the brakes.
This biker admit.
Look at that. Oh, what did he admit? So we're trying to go in and out of traffic, speeding really fast, lost our escape. Now we're panicking. Now we slam the brakes. Now we dump the bike.
That a significant amount of oil on the road was the main reason.
MotoStar said a significant amount of oil on the road is what caused this crash. And the MotoStar said this because the rider, when he submitted his video, said it that this was the case. Zero accountability. Look at his wrist right now. He's pinning it down 112 kilometers an hour, 68. So he's probably pinning his 300cc bike or 250cc bike as quick as possible. It's probably a really low cc bike. Just really doing it. Okay. Now take a look at what's ahead. Okay, we're going to go ahead and probably swerve in between on the right of that trailer in front of that silver car. There's my escape because on the left, there's not much. This is common sense, right? We can see this. Like this is what we would do if we were doing this. So he's going for it. Doesn't like it. Panics. Slams that front brake. Where is the oil? Is he talking about this little thing that he's riding right by? That little oil on the right underneath his handlebar? He's not even touching it. 120 kilometers an hour. That's 75. He's going way faster than the flow of traffic.
This biker admitted that a significant amount of oil on the road was the main reason for his fall.
A significant amount of oil. No, your poor decisions, speeding through traffic, not having the skills to swerve or understand how braking
At the
works.
very last second, this rider manages to take the right exit, but excessive speed and heavy braking that turn lead to an unpleasant crash.
Yeah. Yeah. Going too fast on an off-ramp, trying to keep up with their buddies. Just make the exit. Just make the exit at an easy speed. You're behind, talk to each other on your Cardo Pack Talk edges, has long distance mesh capabilities, all that stuff. Just tell them, hey, I'm slowing down and we got a side of the pedestrian right here. Woo-wee. So he's slamming the brakes and we're getting a little jostle on the bike. That's actually very painful for her. I mean, it's gonna be painful for us on our arm, but that would really hurt her. Imagine getting clipped by like an NFL linebacker at their speed. Now, we're like 3 NFL linebackers in one with hard parts clipping somebody. So yeah, it's very painful. Her fault, yes. I'm glad we didn't panic. Because it would have been very easy for him, for one, to slam the brakes before, like, as soon as he saw it, could have slammed the brakes super hard. Right here, he could have slammed the brakes really hard, dumped the bike, and slid into her. Or, I'm pretty happy that he's lucky, because when he hits, let's see. I block it sometimes, but when he hits, what's that lever right there on the right hand? A little pop quiz. We talk about it in Motorcycle Control chapter. And there's QR codes in all the books where I show you how to do it, and I actually walk you through it. It could have hit that front brake and basically caused him to slam that front brake. You know, the body stopped, it hits the front brake, boom. That's why they have bark busters on adventure bikes and dirt bikes out there in the woods. That could have been bad. So the overall pretty good situation. Her hand's probably gonna hurt for a while. It's gonna swell up. What do you want, kid? What do you want? A little weird.
In active pursuit with 2 motorcycle cops.
Oh, well, they're gonna get caught. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. So you don't have to run faster than the bear. You just have to run faster than your friend. That's it. So if you're in a group ride like this, you don't have to outrun the 2 motorcycle cops. You have to outrun the radio, which is gonna be impossible. But if these dudes crashed, thank you. Let's get out of here. I don't know. I just wouldn't be a part of this.
When you don't want to fall and there's motor cops right.
Yep. Open lane pattern. Is this white truck going to want to come out into my lane? And it's a merge area. Is he going to want to make that exit? I'm going to ride staggered with cars like I'm in a group ride with motorcyclists in case they want to do this. I'm not going to get hit. I'm not going to ride side by side or in the blind spot, right? I'm going to ride staggered. I know it's a Hilux, man. I wish we got those. We're getting closer to the blind spot. There it is. Brakes, brakes, brakes.
Here we see yet another
Okay.
of how dangerous this
We are. I don't want to do this. Don't do this. Dude. Flat broke adventures. Oh, we've seen this. This is a year-old video. Or a couple years. CF Moto. I mean, it's not that old. But whenever you go over a spillway like this, it turns into asphalt. We're doing pretty fine. But once you go over a spillway like this and it's been a consistent spillway, more than likely you're going to have moss and like maybe mud on top of that. So it's going to be so slippery. So slippery. How do you handle it? I don't know. I don't go off-road. Not anymore anyways. If you guys have been here long enough for the Saturday Scramblers back in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2016, 2017, off-roading with the Harley. I didn't have to deal with this because we don't get rain out in Yuma. I just got stuck a lot, and I've crashed a lot on that Harley. Yeah, off-road. I put knobbies on it. So write in the comments how you would have handled that. for me, I would have probably just tried to gun it. When in doubt, I throttle out. That's what I always learned. When in doubt, throttle out. Yeah, he just lost traction because there's probably like moss. So he wasn't speeding. Was able to slow it down and move on. Very nice. Navigated that active threat. Handled it. All right, off-roading. Yeah. Oh, checking his visor. Got to stick up his butt now. Just lost traction. Handlebars probably did a little weird thing like this because he had one hand on it.
That's why.
It is what it is, but this is why.
Hands.
Think about it. You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Off the handlebars.
Have a satellite phone or like one of those spot devices or whatever. So if for some reason you're also on the ground with the bike and you can't get up, what are you going to do? Think about the risks. You never know. You never know. How do people even drive like that? No. Okay, if you're going to show me that this is the first frame, it looks like you guys are just going in the same thing. Now, if you showed a little before where he cut you off, okay. But I'm going to take what you put out there. And what you put out there is that you did stupid stuff. You didn't make your turn. You could have made your turn. You did this. But good job with the slow speed maneuvers, you know. Good job with that. That's what you do here. But now we're doing this. How old is this? A year ago. Are we still doing this whole, I'm going to do this because I want it on camera so I look cool. I'm going to post it. Don't worry about it. People worry about the dumbest things. There's too many things going on in your own life that you have to worry about this. Don't touch private property. Just don't. All right, I'm moving on. Good slow speed maneuvers, though. I'll give them that. All right. Open lane pattern. Merging area to the right. Watch out for any vehicles that want to come in. Sun's probably in their eyes. We're going to move over. Very good. You move to a new position for safety. We're going to move on. I know what they're doing. I saw it coming up. I called out the scenarios and the situations. Do the same. All right, so it looks like it's a little bit wet on the road. There's a side of the vehicle there. Oh, we have done this one. That's fine. I remember this. So found the escape, moved on. Good thing we're just going to play through. How about that? Another side of the vehicle. And nothing, so we're moving on. Okay, intersection. They're going to cut it a little close. Not a big deal. We kind of kept going. Could have slowed down a little bit. Not a big deal. All right, morning commute. Okay, so it looks like it's I don't know if his lens is just messed up. Oh, couldn't see that. Good job with the brakes. Side of the vehicle popped out. Navigated that active threat. We have a GPS right here. So we're gonna go straight. Oh, whoa. Random things in the road. Can't see anything at night. He's got his high beams on too. Those are pretty bad high beams though.
What the heck?
Hey, tire. What's up, buddy? Don't kick it. You're just give it more force, and the gyroscopic precession's just gonna keep it going straight. Don't hit that either.
Whoa, watch out. Yo, watch out.
If somebody hits the tire, it's not a big deal. If somebody hits me, that's a big deal. Anybody ever back in the day with like a hubcap or a tire and with a stick, or just kind of running with it?
Oh my God.
I don't know. Am I that old?
Yo, whoa.
Am I that old? I didn't have cell phones as a kid. Kids nowadays. Hey, it's Super 73. Yeah, biker's worst nightmare. The biker's worst nightmare is the tire. But we got another video coming up. So if you're on the live stream, you're going to watch it. But you're not. So I'll see you guys later. So we're going to be going over crashes and close calls. So pay attention if you're a brand new rider. Check out the Smart Rider Motorcycle Training System. That's what we're going to be using to apply to these scenarios. So we're doing after actions. And so we're going to be doing the plan method because that's the basis of the system. Because we're doing road strategy and driver behavior. So we're passing big open lane. I can see far ahead, so I know no traffic's coming up, so that's fine. We have a sharp turn coming up ahead. That person just hit us. Not very good. Let's pay attention, pay attention. We're not going to. And we just hit this, and our PP got hurt because it hit that gas tank pretty hard. So the car kind of screwed us up. But what I was trying to get at is that we're speeding to pass before the corner. And that's dangerous because we're not set up for the corner now. We're set up for the passing. Oh, we're also going to do this. So we're in the right here. We have the right of way. This is a turn lane. This is not a merge lane. So legally, that truck should have merged in the first available lane, which I think they finally did, but I think they were going for the turn lane. We got in the turn lane. That's what we're trying to do. So if somebody came up to this, right? We're coming up to here. Did we already pass it? It's too much slow-mo. So we see this. Okay? This is when we go through the plan method. We're going to go over one, and then we're just going to play through the rest. I want you guys to apply the plan method to the rest of the videos. Think of it as like a pop quiz, okay? So this is going to disappear. We're going to bring it back up real quick. But the main thing is that we start off in a position for safety. Hey, we're in a position. Not a big deal. Locate hazard situations. Not really a big, oh, what's this? So now is it a relevant threat? Yeah, kind of. But it's more like an active threat because it's coming straight at me. So we can only do 3 things on the motorcycle, and then we can do the emergency version of those 3 things. So 3 things we can do: accelerate, we can apply the brakes, and then our right foot, right? Front brake, rear brake, and then we can turn, right? So those are 3 things we can do. Now the emergency version of these is the emergency swerve, emergency brake, and emergency acceleration. So when I see something like this, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I can do one of the 3 things. I can emergency swerve, brake, or accelerate. Now, if I apply the brakes here, I'm probably going to stop right in his path of travel. Okay, I can't do that. Don't want to do that. If I swerve right, I can't tell by the video, but I'm hoping there's nobody in that right lane. So that would have been an option. Swerve right, then get back into my lane. I might have missed the Shell gas station. Whatever. You know, I'll go in the next spot, figure it out. Or I can emergency accelerate. And I still might miss this Shell gas station. Not a big deal. I'll go and figure it out. But to solve this problem, this active threat, I need to put myself in a new position for safety. Because if I don't do anything, I'll get hit. So out of those 3 things, I would emergency accelerate. Because I'm already at kind of like a slow speed. Emergency accelerate is not a big deal. Just give it a little blip, move out of the way. Not a big deal. Now, is that scary for you to do emergency acceleration? Is it scary for you to do emergency swerves? Is it scary for you to do emergency braking? If it's scary for you, it's because you have not had enough exposure to those 3 things. And the way you get exposure to those 3 things to get comfortable with it is to practice. And you can practice emergency acceleration on the street from 0 to 25 in your neighborhood. You can practice emergency acceleration on an on-ramp to get on the interstate. So think of it as emergency acceleration. You can practice emergency acceleration when you're stopped at a stoplight, turns green, you look both ways, clear to go. Go from 0 to the speed limit in an emergency acceleration manner, maybe 0 to 25 and then get to the speed limit. You can practice that there. You can practice emergency braking coming up to a stoplight. Like, I'm coming up to it, emergency brake, and then kind of get back, and then get into the spot I'm supposed to. You can practice emergency swerve when there's no cars around. Let's pretend this is a normal lane, right? So I'm over here on the left or on the right. I emergency swerve to the other side. And then emergency swerve to the other side. When there's no cars around, you don't want to be looking like you're doing reckless riding. That's how you can practice. Or you can practice in a parking lot. And we practice that chapter 9 for the motorcycle operator skills test here. How to rescue somebody in that book. And 24 motorcycle parking lot drills you can do with just 10 cones. So you can do that. That's how you practice those so you can get comfortable. Because in this situation, you're going to have to do something. And for me, emergency accelerate. All right, so we've played around with this one for a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at some other ones. Not a big deal. Nobody got hit. Bro's a bro. Just chatting. You're good. Moving on. All right. So now let's apply everything I just talked about to these scenarios. There was something in the road. Look up ahead. Is that a kangaroo? That's a kangaroo. We're in Australia here. Kangaroos are like deer for Australians. So how did we fall down without hitting the deer or kangaroo? How did we fall down? We slammed that front brake. So this is what everyone's scared of doing when they do braking, but you're supposed to do progressive braking. You can do emergency progressive braking. Give it a little bit of squeeze, get weight on the front tire, more, quicker. You can do it quickly once you get that traction on that front tire. Here, what happened was we just slammed it real quick without weight on that front tire first, and it locked up the front tire and just slid from underneath us. That's what happened. And now we can rescue each other. Rescue me, please. Check for any major bleeds, all that other stuff. All right. In a group ride, we have a right turn coming up ahead. That's what this sign or the painted markings say. We're gonna make a nice. Oh, we went wide. Why didn't we just keep it upright and go just make the turn? Doing this to do the turn. You don't have to do that. Just kind of do the turn. That's what caused it. 'Cause when we did this, now we have to get it lean further to do the turn. Oh, we got snow.
Skid led him to completely lose control of the bike.
We just forgot to turn. Just straight up forgot to do the turn. So if you're scared of turning, you're okay going up and down and like 3-point turning down the street. You need to get good at doing U-turns, and you need to get good at doing regular turns. And in the first book, the Riding Smart book, we go through the neighborhood and we practice in the neighborhood so you're comfortable just regular turns. Oh, be high-sided for some reason. Either we applied a ton of rear brake and locked up that rear brake, or there was, the road is wet. Maybe there's oil in the road and we just lost traction. So road surface hazards or too much rear brake. Can't really tell. Have no context. Okay, I'm going to sit back on this one. Oh, good job dodging that with your head. We've all been there. We've all been there. Birds want to hit you. Doves, specifically. All right, wet road. You're going to have to start applying the brakes much further away from your turn. We locked up that front tire again. We locked up the front tire. We applied too much front brake because we weren't slowing down quick enough. And so we're like, I'm going to slow down quicker. And so I'm going to apply a ton of front brake now. That's what happened.
Here we have another situation in which the biker dismisses the possibility of safe cornering overtaking just before the bend.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 90-degree turn. We were going too fast for the corner. Ooh, saved it. Saved it. We stalled because he just he pulled in the clutch and applied the brakes. And then once we came to a stop, we're probably in third gear and going from 0 to 1 mile per hour. You need to be in first gear. So he stalled. He let out the clutch. Oh! Did you guys miss that because of my head? Time to rescue. You witnessed it. Let's go ahead and remain calm, ensure on safety, or just take off. Everything's a skill. Like everything I'm talking about when it comes to swerving, braking, accelerating, and watching road traffic and everything. If you want to be able to help other people, you need practice. So if you know what to do, like the rescue card. So you get a rescue card with the books, free USA shipping. With the physical version. You get the digital version with the physical version too, so you can have it. This goes on your phone too. But if you have an opportunity to practice your rescue because you witnessed a crash, you don't have very many opportunities to practice that in a real life situation. That was a good opportunity, but we just moved on. Right, Elad? Driver terrified after I confront him about tailgating me. No, you got out of your spot. I took your spot. I'm not terrified. All right, so lane splitting. Watch out for anybody in these open gaps. There's the gap. He saw you. Very good. Okay, moving on. All right, what do we got here? We have our sharp right turn come up ahead. Nice and easy. Buddy crash. We're going to remain calm, not run him over. And we're going to check him. Check a crack. There you go. He's doing fine. He's walking. That means his legs are at least working. His brain is working a little bit at least. His lungs are working. Heart's working so far. All right.
That is primarily caused by
So 80. This looks like miles per hour, not kilometers. So a sharp left turn. You see the chevrons. We're not holding our line very well. And we're going to watch our buddy crash. And so we're going to pull off and rescue our buddy. And see what he needs. Good job remaining calm, but failure to negotiate a corner because we're going too fast. Yeah, I'm very lucky that I have a nice shaped head because I'm bald. Iced 9202.
What hurts? What hurts? What hurts?
Every goddamn thing. My shoulder.
Probably broken collarbone.
I asked you, are you okay? Like your neck's not hurting. It's nothing like that, right?
No yet.
I mean, you're moving around.
Oh, my back hurts.
My back hurts.
Okay.
Oh, bro.
Probably something wrong with your back.
Bike for right now.
So if somebody's like, hey, my back hurts, I'm going to be like, lay down.
Just sit down, please. Just for a minute, just sit down. Turned it off.
Yep. And call 911. All right. So we're all going to merge over to the right. We're all trying to pay attention. He wasn't paying attention, ran over our buddy. Why did our buddy... Oh, well, you know, buddy stopped. Buddy stopped because it wasn't safe. He's like the only one that checked. This is why I don't like group rides, because even if I'm doing everything right and I'm riding my own ride, the person behind me is not. The person side by side with me is not. The person in front of me is not. I don't like group rides. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I do group rides with cars when I'm riding by myself and there's cars everywhere. It's a group ride. I'm staying staggered, doing all that stuff. But when it's like this big group like this, everyone has this idea of like, we're all one person. We're all one motorcycle. All just keep going and cars will stop for you. It's like, what the heck are you talking about? So this learner looks right because those cars were coming. And he's like, I'm stopping because those cars are coming. But everyone else is like, no, we keep going. Why'd you stop? It's like, that's okay, fine. I'm not going to be a part of group rides anymore. You guys have fun. It's just too chaotic. It's too stressful. Idiots just, okay, cool. I'm not going to do it. Because I don't think motorcycles in big groups have any special privileges. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. If you're on the road, you're on the road. You're just like anybody else. You're one vehicle at a time. You're not, just because you're in a big group doesn't mean you're one giant vehicle. You're not a train. Trains can do it because semis can't even beat a train. I think a train hit a tank once and the train still won. So it's like, okay, buddy crashed. You wanted to pass everybody. It's a sharp turn. I mean, not really, but the chevrons indicate it's a sharp turn, but we still can't even negotiate this. We're just going to keep watching it, I guess. Interesting. No. Let's go back. What'd you say to your mom? There's mom, Roy, and Reno. What'd you say to your mom? I don't know. What's your notifications? Twitter, okay. Snapchat, WhatsApp. Sun goes down by somebody just added it. So he's got WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, your debit card ending in. He's got a big purchase. That's a Wells Fargo notification. Your debit card purchase of. It looks like it's 820, like 8,000. Did he just buy a bike? What was the other notification? Oh no, it's like $8. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Wrong side of the road. Okay. I don't know. Gotta be careful when you post stuff. Because I'm gonna look. Okay, blind corner. Hey, that's sharp. Look at all those chevrons. Oh. See, people think like these little pylons are, oh, they're just like little itty bitty cones. They're soft. No, they're not. They're not. It's a blind corner. We're coming into a blind corner. We see the chevrons. I'm going to start slowing down right now. The chevrons are close to each other, meaning it's sharp. And you see how it's just kind of sharper. Was there a sign up ahead? Little render error. I'm looking for a sign on the right. No, there's no sign, but this is why I have the GPS on my phone, on my Rockform mount. It's like a mini map, so it's going to tell me it's like this. Yoink. That thing's not moving. It's going to flip you up and over. Oh, you're on a track? Like a running track? Oh, is the bike on top of him? Yep. That's got to be painful. His ram mount fell off. All right. Hopefully nobody behind us hits us. Nope, just giving him a thumbs up. He's like saying, go ahead and go. He's giving him a thumbs up. Cool Breeze Rider, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Cool Breeze Rider's out of California, so this is a California thing. Oh, maybe he's saying, thumbs up, can I go? If that's the case, then you wait. All right. Oh, lane splitting. Love it. You're going to have a problem here pretty soon. Good swerve. So the person wanted to get in the right lane, past the truck. That's not a big deal. Now you're in the gap, so you get to give yourself a position for safety, navigate to the right. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh, it's close. It's close. Motion blur. Oh, 4 years ago? 22? Yeah. Why are we still wearing masks in 22? Sun in the eyes. Didn't see you. Switch lanes. You're speeding faster than the flow of traffic. They didn't see you. They weren't anticipating you to be there. So be somebody that is predictable when you're riding a motorcycle so that other people understand. See how we're way faster than the flow of traffic? People are just switching lanes. When you go the speed limit, you become more predictable. And if you're more predictable, there's a greater chance of being seen. I'm not saying it's going to be the best chance, but it's going to be a greater chance. Oh, we're going through construction or something. Hit some gravel.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yep. He's got gear. There's some gravel on the road. He's got full gear, though. Very nice. Very good. Learner. If you're still learning, if you're riding at all, wear gear. I want to say if you're driving a car, wear your seatbelt. I feel like that's common knowledge, but I know a lot of people that don't. But I have to tell my girlfriend sometimes, put your seatbelt on. Like, I don't... Why do people not like driving a car without a seatbelt? I don't understand. I don't feel comfortable at all without the seatbelt on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something off the road.
Think of your gear as like a seatbelt.
Thanks for...
I mean, I know they make motorcycle seatbelts. Highly recommend... No, I don't. They don't make them. There's no blinker fluid, no seatbelts for motorcycles. What else? There is high beam fluid though. It's in the back of cycle gear. They don't sell it to the public. It's for when they fix your bike, so you have to ask the guy up front at Cycle Gear. You can get it at AutoZone too. Just walk in and be like, my high beams aren't as strong anymore. Do you have any high beam fluid? You have to ask. So there's no blinker fluid though. You have to ask for the high beam. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. Check the links in the description for the Smart Rider motorcycle training system and all of the affiliate links for Rockform and Cardo. So with that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys later.